We've had a Newark to Philly move and not a single talk about it. That actually occurred. It happened, and our members don't even know about it. There wasn't a discussion around it. There wasn't a briefing about it, not even talking about the members, and especially about families that have been taken out of their homes or their lives disrupted in order to move to Philadelphia. And that actually occurred to our union. The last time we were imposed upon of this magnitude was the white. And here we are, not speaking about it, not letting the members know about it. And members ask daily what's going on with it. And myself, even as a regional vice president, does it have the latest information of what's going on? Because at these times, our president has been absent of leadership, and absolutely absent of communication when it seems things aren't going that way.
Those people were misled and led to believe even that we didn't support them when we always supported them. But what we supported most importantly was the truth. I've always been told, don't just tell me about the problem, tell me about the solution that you offered. And we did offer a solution. As the national training rep, put together a work group back in 2021 to address how can we speed up the process without losing the integrity of the training program, to address the issues of the Newark airspace and the lack of CPCs in that airspace. And we came up with a plan, and that plan could have either been done through relocation or at the N90 facility in the Newark area right there. The FAA was willing to invest millions of dollars in advanced simulation that would compare to other countries and how they use simulation for air travel. And much like pilots, how we could use it. Our current simulators are used to get you ready for the floor. This simulation would have been used to get you close to being a CPC and then get over the hump. With CPCs on the floor, you still have to demonstrate. We had that plan. We wrote that plan out. The FAA accepted that plan. And Scott Robillard, the 804 rep at the time, still the 804 rep, killed the plan. Mick Devine, while on the executive board, touted that the N90 move, if they could do it to them, they could do it to anyone. While we're being called the status quo, this is currently happening. Those families have had to move. And we want to make sure that we're empathetic toward those families and we're not using them as a political football. They're air traffic controllers like us. They matter to us. They matter to us, and we wish that we would have been listened to so we could have assisted in this problem. We went from collaboration, which gives us more strength, and they went traditional, and those families got imposed on, and that occurred, and not a word from our leadership, not a word to those families, nothing to the members. Constantly, I have members ask me what happened at N90, and then I had to go find out so that I could tell them because we didn't get any messaging.
This is a direct example of no leadership. This is a direct example, and it's unacceptable. Listen, if you've got to call the baby ugly at times. Make sure the information is getting out there to our members, because right now we're in a rudderless union. We need leadership that's actually going to communicate the good, the bad, and the ugly, what we're facing and where we're going. And we know that that is our style. That is what we bring forward. This union needs actual leadership and not somebody who's going to hide when things get tough, saying, whoa, that's not me. I got to lean back in this time. There's no communication and going from there. The future of our union is at stake in this run. You're going to choose what our future looks like. And you've seen the results for the last 3 years. And when somebody says, well, just give me 3 more, I'll start fixing it now. That isn't progress. That's regressing. And we cannot sit there and stand for it. You're asking for integrity. You're asking for honesty. You're asking for somebody who will lead you during this time. Well, you don't have to look any further. Jamal and I not only will be responsible for it, we'll communicate with you about it, and we'll educate.
Stakes are high, and using, again, Mick Devine's words, and I recall his video.
You give this away here in New York, it can happen anywhere. The DFW membership is so excited. We just reached 95% staffing. There's a problem. O'Hare Tower, they just lost 2 more CPCs to retirement. They're now 60% staffed. If it worked at N90 in Philadelphia, it could work here. So off goes 7 CPCs from DFW to O'Hare for 2 years forced TDY because the agency had an itch to scratch. ZKC, they're at 89% staffed. And ZSU, 59% staffed. Sign up 20 ZKC CPCs for a 2-year forced TDY to Puerto Rico. And then there's the seasonal example. Nantucket, Massachusetts, and Napa Valley have the exact same seasonal traffic. Given this approach, why staff either? Just force them TDY back and forth at the whim of the agency. When you're short-sighted and you don't see the ramifications of your actions, you make bad decisions.
Well, it happened. It happened on their watch. They don't get to say that was Paul Rinaldi's fault. They don't get to say that was Nick Daniels and Daniels-Haltom. It was the current administration. We had a plan that would have kept them where they were, and we were ignored, and we cannot sit silently on that. This election is too important. We were a bit passive. That ends. We're going to let you know exactly what's going on, and you have the opportunity to search for the truth. We will release the information regarding the advanced simulation plan. We created the work, and we could have saved the Newark airspace. It could be functioning out of N90 right now if only they would have been willing to listen, but they didn't, and therefore those families were uprooted because they listened to the wrong people. We are the right people to lead this union.